close your eyes and imagine that you're walking outside. It's a beautiful sunny day with a clear sky, literally with not even a single cloud. And whilst you're walking, you see all kinds of people going around you. And there is a woman with her dog going for a stroll. Then you see a father playing with his son in the playground. And while you're walking, something unexpected happens. Your phone starts ringing. You can pick up right away because you have it in your hand, since you don't put your phone in your pocket, because you know that it's dangerous and it causes many problems. And so you pick up right away, and a person in the call is talking with somewhat like a shocked, or you could say stressed manner, and they say that your mother has collapsed. And so you rush to your home, you pick up your stuff, and you leave as soon as possible. You start traveling, and whilst you're traveling, you think back to all the things your mother has done, that she cooked you lunch almost every day. When you were younger, she even prepared you breakfast and maybe even dinner, that she used to iron your clothes. She used to prepare all kinds of things you asked her to prepare. She even studied with you if you needed. She helped you with all kinds of stuff, basically. And suddenly the bus stops, because you went by bus. You leave the bus and you find yourself in front of the hospital. You go inside and you're about to enter the room where your mother is unconsciously lying on the bed, but a doctor stops you. He asks you if you are a family member. You say yes, and he starts explaining the situation. And right away, when he mentions something, you realize that it's much worse than you had expected previously. And you realize that it's not something you would ever think about or think that could possibly happen. And he mentions that she has a tumor and that she has only 3 days to live. And so after the news, you're very shocked, you don't know what to do, you're shaking, literally head-on anxiety. And so you go inside that room and you see your mother lying unconsciously on the bed, and you know that it could literally be like one of the last times you can see her, and you can't even talk to her because she's unconscious. And so after 2 days you have done all kinds of things. You have gone for walks with your mother, you have talked with her almost all the time, you spent or you have done all kinds of things she wanted to do with you, and so on. And then that day when she is supposed to die arrives, and she actually does. Afterwards, a week passed, you wake up in the morning, it's a beautiful day, sun is shining, there is maybe 1 or 2 clouds in the sky, and so you get out of your room, you go downstairs, and there, on the spot where you would usually see your mother, there is no one standing there. No one to greet you, no one to say good morning. You go to the kitchen, you start preparing breakfast, because there is no one who would prepare breakfast for you anymore. You pack your stuff, you go to school, and when you arrive back home and there is no one to greet you, you can open your eyes. So this story was actually something like a death meditation. It's a practice which you can do to realize the importance of the people who are around you, because it's very common for us to take the things around us, take the family members around us for granted. And so this death meditation is a perfect practice for that. You will realize the mortality of the people around you, and you will realize that they won't be here for next thousands of years. And it's a beautiful practice in the sense that you will realize the gratefulness which you hold for the people you love, for your family members, for your maybe even significant others. You can do it even with a friend. So basically, imagine what I was just talking about. you can create your own story and imagine basically them dying. And that way you will realize the importance of that person. So it's a beautiful practice for that reason, that you can literally just realize how grateful you are for that person. And so what I wanted to talk about in this video is the importance of family, how grateful you should be, and how you shouldn't take it for granted as you usually do. Because, as I mentioned in the story example, literally our mothers are doing all they can for us to be able to live proper lives, to be raised in an environment that we can develop in fully without any problems. And that's also the same thing for the father. You can do it for your father as well, because most of the time your father is actually working the hardest in terms of providing financial support, protection as well, and so on. So you for sure do it for your father as well. And it's just that we should do this practice when we start thinking or not really realizing the all the things our family members have done for us. And so I want you to do one thing which is very important, and that is to show gratefulness to your mother, to your father, basically to all the family members you want to, and realize how many things they have done for you. Because it's kind of common for younger people to take all the things their family members have done for them for granted, and that way they don't really show the gratefulness for those things. Like, when was the last time you have hugged your mother? In the morning or throughout the day? You should do it right away. If you have the chance, you have the possibility, because you are living under the same roof, then for sure go and do it right away. And maybe even say something that you are grateful for. That you are grateful for the lunch she had made you yesterday, or you were grateful for her to basically do all kinds of stuff that you need, that you want, and so on. So definitely you have to realize that our family members won't be here for the rest of our times, and they will die sooner than we will. And another thing that you can contemplate on or think about is that maybe prepare something like a list, or think about it in your head, that what could I possibly do right away or throughout this day to boost or to elevate the emotions of my family members, of my mother to be specific. What can I do to improve the day of my mother ever so slightly? And that gesture could be, as I mentioned, a hug. It could be washing the dishes. It could be making her bed, preparing breakfast for her, and stuff like that. And do the same for your father as well, as I mentioned. You have to be grateful for your whole family, basically, because they are literally trying to do everything they can to support you, to provide you with all the necessities that you need. And so hopefully this video made you realize how important your family is, what you should do to be grateful for them, and basically just show gratefulness and be appreciative for all the things they have done for you. And if you need, then you can do the death meditation, because I believe it's a wonderful practice to realize the importance of the people that are around you, because you don't have to do it only with family members and with loved ones. You can do it with your friends as well. And so if this video was valuable, or if you have any questions, you can comment something down below. That way you will boost the algorithm, and maybe more people will see my videos as well. And if you are interested, you can watch this video next.